So when I heard of modern love, I kind of felt lost because, well, I haven't been single in 10 years. I'm only 28 years old. I've never really been on a date. My first boyfriend, I asked him to homecoming, we made out, and then we were going out. And then my second boyfriend, we flirted at work, and then we made out in the freezer, and then we were going out. I have a pretty predictable MO at this point. So I don't know what most of my friends go through on a daily basis. I've never had a Tinder or Bumble or eHarmony account. I don't wonder if that person likes me or where is this relationship going. I don't have to think about those things. But I do know something about being in a relationship for 8 years and being married for 3. I was 20 when I first started dating my husband, and then I was 22 when I got engaged, and I was married by the time I was 24. And it's still crazy to me. Like, it's insane. I hear about girls getting engaged like 24, 25, and I'm always like, oh my, they're much too young to be getting engaged. Like, yeah, I know how it sounds, but I'm a missus. Like, that is, like, at my sister's wedding this coming October, I will technically be a matron of honor. Oh, that word just, like, makes me cringe. But, like, I never imagined getting married. Like, I didn't really believe in marriage. I never dreamed of a wedding. And nothing ever like that. But when I met my husband, like, it finally clicked. Like, he made me believe that we could do this crazy thing. And I was afraid of ever doing it because I was afraid it would fail. I was afraid it would end in divorce like everybody else's marriage. I was afraid we'd just end up hating each other. But that was the difference when I met my husband. Like, he made me believe that we could do it, even if we messed up doing it. So I don't know a lot about dating and modern love in that sense, but here are 5 things I've learned so far from being married. The first is, you are not perfect and your partner is not perfect. This might just be more for me because I'm a recovering perfectionist, but you're just not going to do marriage right, because there is no right way to do it. You're just stumbling and you're seeing if this or that works, and you're just trying each and every day to find out what marriage is. And your partner is trying too. They have no idea what they're doing, but they're trying to love you, and they're just trying to be sincere, and sometimes they're going to mess up and you're going to mess up, and you just, at the end of the day, you have to learn to forgive yourself, and you have to learn to forgive your partner too, because you're trying to create something bigger than yourself together, and it's actually just really hard to do. So number 2 is, let me check what it is. Your problems won't go away because you're married. I wish my single friends would just listen to this one more so than not, because that's what I hear a lot from them. Like, they just kind of think that once you meet the one and you get married and you have a wedding, it's just like all your problems melt away. And I'm here to tell you, if you have problems before you get married, you will have problems after you get married. Like, if you have anxiety and depression before you get married, you will have them after you get married. Maybe not for the first few months or even the year, but you still have those problems. You have every problem you have. And, you know, your partner is not your savior. You are your own savior, and your partner does make it better. They make everything just a little bit better, but ultimately you have to help yourself. Like, your partner is just like your ultimate best friend and road trip buddy. They're there right next to you, but they can't help you like that. Number 3, you don't need to be single to figure out yourself. I have learned more about myself and like what I like and what I'm comfortable with so much during my marriage, and more so than I think I ever could if I were single. And sometimes you can't help it, you fantasize about like, oh, what could I be if I were single or whatever. And Probably in reality, not much more. Like, I'd probably be sad. I'd probably watch more Netflix. Like, I wouldn't have an excuse to get up every day and be a better person. Like, I see my husband and I want to do more. I want to be better for him and I want to be better for us. So to anybody who, like, just kind of pushes away a relationship because they don't feel like they could be themselves or the person they want to be with somebody else, it's just maybe reconsider that, because you're still you no matter what relationship you're in, and you can still learn a lot about yourself. Number 4 is, you married a different person and your partner married a different person. Like, you will change during your marriage. Like, it's just the way the universe works. And sometimes you're going to go through periods of that growth separately. Like, you're not doing it at the same time. And those times of growth are super uncomfortable, because you're like, who are you? And your partner's like, I don't know, I'm just me. And you're like, no, you're not. And it just never happens at the same time. But I think what marriage is like going through that growth together, getting through that discomfort, and hopefully coming out loving each other more so than you did before that period. And speaking of love, the love you have for your spouse is different than any other type of love. I get asked a lot, like, how did you know? How did you know this was the guy you were going to marry? How did you know? And it's an infuriating answer, but I just did. I know that's horrible, but like for me, there were like there's no fireworks, there's no great sign from the universe, there's no arrow pointing down at this person. It's just a quiet knowing, and each day, each year, like that love just grows and grows, and the love I have for my husband now is just like it's bigger than anything, because our love is complex and simple all at the same time. And it's just this thing, it's this plant that we're growing together, and we don't know what it's going to look like yet, but it's growing and we're excited it's growing. And then a bonus number 6, changing your name is a pain in the ass, okay? Just plan 3 to 6 months to change all the documents and whatever, because it is a freaking pain in the ass. Thanks.